Hello there, I'm Sarah J. Ruthless, and welcome to an extra special episode of Drunk Bible Stories. Can you hear these cicadas? They are like so fucking loud. What are they screaming about? I am the one who should be screaming. This is honestly ridiculous. The book we will be defiling today is The Infancy Gospel of Thomas, as found in this book I got at the used bookstore. Now, before you brothers of theology come for me, let's make a couple things abundantly clear. Is this book canonical? No, it's not.
Let's just get in here. It's non-canonical.
It's what?
Non-canonical.
Do I fucking care? No, I fucking don't. I literally don't fucking care at all. Honestly, if you want to learn about the history of like how they decided which books made the cut and which ones didn't, fucking Google it, because that's not my department. The point is, at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck if it's fanfic or not, because your whole book is fanfic. You know what I mean? They're just stories. Keep a wrinkle in it. So the book starts out with Jesus, a little 5-year-old, and he's playing down by a river. And there's some like other kids nearby, but they're not playing with him because he's kind of fucking weird, honestly. And Jesus is taking this stick and he's like poking the river, lifting the water out of the river, making it pure, and then like putting it on the ground. Some real fucking witchy shit, not gonna lie. And then he like forms these little sparrows out of the mud. Like super cute, right? It's adorable. But then a certain Jew, racist, sees Jesus making little mud sparrows and he's like,
"You're not supposed to do anything on the Sabbath. I don't care if you're 5. This is bullshit."
And like a little narky narc, he goes and narcs on Jesus and goes to Joseph. And Joseph's like, "Oh my God, it's Sunday. Just like, no, wait, it's Saturday. We're Jewish. My bad. It's the fucking weekend, dude. Can you just like give it a rest?" So then Joseph goes to like check on his fucking kid. And he's like, "Dude, we talked about this. Don't do shit on the Sabbath. It pisses people off." At which point Jesus claps his hands. And immediately, the 12 little mud birds he made turn into real birds and fly away. Well, that was fucking weird. But then one of the kids that's like playing nearby, he picks up a willow branch and he decides to like kind of fuck with the little puddles that Jesus made. You irreverent idiot. You know how that little willow branch is all withered? Guess what? Now you're withered, bitch. And immediately the child withers away and dies. Somewhat later, 5-year-old Jesus is hanging out in the town square when another little child runs by and bumps into him. Wow, hated that. Never want you to step foot anywhere ever again. And the child falls down dead. At this point, the parents in the village are like, "You've got to fucking do something about this shit, okay? The scoreboard is dismal. So teach your little witch child to bless us or move the fuck out of town." And Joseph is like, "Oh my God, moving is such a pain in the ass. Please don't make us do that. I promise, I'll fix this." And he goes to have a little private conversation with Jesus. "Hey bud, you're a good kid. You're a real good kid. You're really very good. But you know, I'm just thinking like maybe we try taking a break from murdering just like for a hot second. What do you think? Please don't hate me." I know this wasn't your idea, but I do know whose idea it was. And you bet your fucking ass they're going to the cornfields. And then Jesus instantly makes all of the people who complained blind. But Joseph finds out that all of these people went blind, and he immediately finds Jesus and is like, "You're good, you're really good, you're really very good, you're so fucking good, blah, 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 blah." But like, dude, can you please just like for a second get some of your shit together? And then he grabs Jesus's ear, which I think was really the biggest mistake here. "Joseph, you dumb bitch. Don't you know you're not my real dad?" What a little shit.
So while Jesus is pulling the biggest Nepo baby card ever, a little rabbi named Zacchaeus happens to walk on by, and he immediately pulls Joseph aside and is like,
"Your kid's a piece of shit." As it turns out, I'm like kind of known for teaching little pieces of shit. Could I like teach your kid how to not be a piece of shit? To which Joseph is like, "Good luck and don't fuck it up." So Zacchaeus starts his engines and invites Jesus to come to his little school. And he's going through all the letters of the Hebrew alphabet from alpha to omega and etc. And Jesus is just sitting there smirking. Tell me the meaning of alpha and I'll tell you the meaning of beta. Okay, Jesus. Like, the diva goes on a fucking rant about the metaphor and, oh my god, you've never even heard of beta? It's giving real philosopher on the internet energy, if you know what I mean. Anyway, poor Zacchaeus just like absolutely cannot deal with this. I am wretched. I have been put to shame. I got into a Who's Smarter contest with a 5-year-old and I lost. Woe is me, friend. He has befuddled me. Lord of Lords, King of Kings, befuddler of befuddlers. Fucking asshole Jesus sees this happen and literally laughs. Aw, are we rethinking our life choices here? So sad. But since I'm such a benevolent fucking bitch, I guess I will heal all the people I made blind. And immediately, all of the people who were blinded by him were immediately healed. It doesn't, however, say that he raised the other 2 kids from the dead. So... benevolent or being a giant bitch? Some days later, Jesus was playing on the flat roof of a house with some other kids, and one of the kids fell off of the roof and he fucking died, and it was like a huge bummer. And then of course the fucking parents of the dead kid walk by and they're like, what the fuck, Jesus? No. I know what it looks like, but this time it wasn't actually me. You're just gonna have to, like, take my word for it. No, the fuck we're not. This was not good, Jesus. It was really fucking bad. I'm sensing a lot of negative energy from both of you, and I'm absolutely not here for it. And then he, like, floats off of the rooftop and then raises the child from the dead. Xenon, because apparently that's the kid's name. Did I murder you? Cetus Lapidus. Of course not, Jesus. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. It was just a happy accident. No, but seriously, Xenon is like, it's cool though, Mom and Dad. It was like an accident or whatever. Please don't make him send us to the cornfield. I just got here. I have to point out, Jesus was literally only motivated by wanting to prove these fucking parents wrong. I don't know if that really, like, undoes the other murders, but okay, sure. Dude, we're like halfway through. Jesus Christ. Sometime later, there is some guy in a secluded spot in the woods, and he's just like chopping some wood when the axe slips and then like totally fucking chops his foot. And he's like, fuck me, my fucking foot's bleeding out. I'm gonna fucking die. And of course, little Jesus is like running through the woods, runs up to our little brawny man, boops his foot and is like, rise now, split the wood and remember me. And the cornfield loses another one. All right, we're adding a new category. Yeah, I think that's fair. So a couple years pass. Jesus is now 6 years old, and for the first time, his mother gets mentioned. So she sends him into town with this water jug to go get some water, but then he like gets jostled by this crowd, drops the jug, and breaks it. Aw shit, that's my mom's favorite jug. Oh, wait a minute, LOL, I forgot, I have superpowers. But then, for some reason, instead of just magically fixing the water jug, he decides to magically bewitch his coat and fill that up with water and take that home instead. Aw, you totally could have murdered that whole crowd, and instead you just found a different solution. Really good, Jesus. Really very good. I am like so hot and I don't have to keep wearing this. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, so then a couple years pass. Now Jesus is 8 years old. It's fucking sowing season. Gotta grow more corn to hide all the bodies Jesus is fucking making. It's wheat, but whatever, you get it. And Jesus goes with him, just like for the drama, and decides to sow one single fucking kernel of grain. And then it's like harvest time, and that one little kernel of whatever the fuck literally grows into like 100 bushels of fucking food. And Jesus is like, hell yeah, you get a loaf of bread and you get a loaf of bread, and then like all the poor people get food, and it's like really cute, and then like Joseph gets to take home the rest. Good for him. That was like a very cute move on his part. It said 100 bushels, so that's what I'm going with. So Joseph is actually a carpenter.
And he's making this super expensive bed for this rich guy, and he has Jesus in the workshop helping him.
And he totally fucks it up. You fucking Christ. What the fuck am I gonna fucking do? Daddy, please. We'll just pull until the wood gets longer. It's in the book, okay? So yeah, Jesus and not his dad get on either end of this piece of wood, tug real hard, and then the wood gets longer. And then Jesus saves the bed for this rich man.
Damn, Jesus, you totally saved my ass. That was really very good. Yeah, I don't know why, but this bed just gives me like a really bad feeling.
I mean, come on, I'm already going to hell. So at this point, Jesus is now like a bit older, right? And he still hasn't fucking gone to school. So Joseph tracks down some other fucking poor motherfucker, and he's like, hey, listen, buddy, it'd be really very good if you could teach my kid. I know he like sends people to the cornfields or whatever, but like, please? Fucking please? Yeah, sure, I guess I'll teach your fucking murderous cornfield child. Why not? And Jesus fucking shows up to school, and the poor guy is just like all kinds of anxious, and he's like, yeah, okay, so like this letter is A, and then like this letter is B, etc. And fucking snarky ass Jesus decides to pull the same shit we saw last episode. If you're really that smart, tell me the power of alpha, and then I'll tell you the power of beta. Again, I have to assume that in ancient Aramaic, this was like a really sick burn, because Buffy, for fuck's sake, dude, you're fucking killing me. Some of the translation's lost on us, right? Yeah, it's lost on us, isn't it? Okay, I understand. Boundaries. I understand. Live your life. So anyway, the fucking teacher's like, listen, you know, I can't lip sync for my life. I can't handle the anxiety. Like, all right, sashay away, bitch. And poor motherfucker just like faints, face down. And the category is cornfield. Joseph hears about this shit and immediately tells poor Mary, girl, do not let our fucking son out of the house or this entire goddamn town will be in the cornfields. Sometime later, a friend of Joseph's comes to town and is like, broseph, I'm a rabbi. Let me teach your kid. And fucking Joseph's like, if you want to teach evil baby Sheldon how not to murder, be my guest. Hope you like cornfields. So Jesus goes to this new school. Alpha, beta, been here, done that. And he's like overcome with the Holy Spirit, and he just starts like speaking Holy Spitarian, shibbity bippity boopity boppity, zippity doodah, etc. Somehow word gets back to Joseph, and all he hears is that his kid is like making a scene at school. And he's like, great, Mary, it's more cornfield drama. But then Joseph gets to school and he's like, oh my God, plot twist, no one's in the cornfield. Jesus, you're really very good. And his friend is like, broseph, you did not tell me he was a little baby genius. He should be teaching me. As a reward for recognizing genius in your presence, I guess I will raise that other guy from the dead. And immediately the other instructor is healed. I don't care. Okay, then we get to like a really juicy part. Jesus and James, his brother, are going to the forest to like pick up some firewood or whatever, when a snake just like pops up out of nowhere and fucking bites James. And he's like, what the fuck, snake? Ow. And while the poor kid's literally dying, Jesus breathes onto the wound, which immediately stops hurting. And at that same moment, the snake fucking explodes, and then James is healed. I don't know, it just feels like a real roundabout way of healing a child that unnecessarily included animal torture in a mildly suspicious way. That's all I'm saying. Not long after this, a little baby in town gets super, super sick, and the mom starts fucking crying. And it says that Jesus hears the crying of the mother and is like, oh my God, what the fuck is that? And prompted by how annoyed he is by the sound of this woman crying, he goes and finds her and is like, oh my God, bitch, will you please shut the fuck up or I will literally send you to a cornfield? And she's like, dude, my baby's dead. Oh, well, if that's the only reason you're crying, I can fucking fix that. And then he heals her fucking baby. And then she stops crying. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Feels like his motivation was a little bit sketchy. Where's my fucking... God damn it. Sometime later, there's like some construction going on down the road. It's making a ruckus. Jesus's noise-canceling headphones are not canceling all the noise. Goes over to find out that some poor construction dude fucking died. You're giving me a headache. And then just like, boop. And then the guy wakes up. Great. Finish your fucking job and then shut up. Wow, we should worship him or whatever. La la la. Listen, I get it. Like at the end of the day, he saved more lives than he killed. I'm not arguing the fact that that is the fact. I'm just saying that I hate it, is all that I'm saying. We're so close, guys. Okay, so then the story ends and he's fucking 12 years old. Mary and Joseph and all the kids are making their fucking trek to Jerusalem to like see the family, blah, blah, blah. After Passover, they're like taking their caravans home when all of a sudden they realize, wait a minute, God damn it, where the fuck is fucking Jesus? And they're running around looking for him and end up at the goddamn synagogue. And Mary sees her fucking 12-year-old son just like having a cute little tete-a-tete with the goddamn rabbis. Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you doing here, bro? We've literally been looking for you for days. Didn't you know I'd be in my father's house, my real father? Yeah, I know about that, Mary. Grow up. Poor girl. I mean, fuck. Oh my God, you're the one with the uterus that gave us this little piece of shit. We love him. Thank you so much. We want to like keep him as a pet. You and your uterus should feel very good about yourselves. Boop. I could use a fucking drink. Are you coming home with us or what? Yes, I am. I'm sorry for worrying you. I'm just like in my goth phase. I'm working through some shit. I'm getting it out of my system. And then I'm gonna like come back as like an educated socialist. Don't worry about it. It's gonna like be a whole thing. And she's like, I literally stopped listening 5 minutes ago. I'm so fucking tired. Can we please go home? And then they do go home. And then Jesus does grow out of his goth phase, but he never grows out of his socialist phase. And I think that's really cute of him. In conclusion, this is all made up. Stop making it your whole personality. I'm okay with my version of God being a little bit moody. And at the same time, no, I'm not. If you're God, you don't get to be a moody piece of shit. I do. That's my job. Your job is to be God. Do better. Like literally do so much better. Because everything you're doing, honestly, I'm all out of alcohol and fucks to give. This has been Drunk Bible Stories. Drunk almost made it into the Bible stories. See you next time.